Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for Roseburg Girls Basketball coming up this afternoon. Just to let all of those watching online, we'll be starting our broadcast here in just a couple of minutes. We're wrapping up the JV game. Right now, the Roseburg JV team winning 22-21 with 25 seconds to go in this one. They'll have the basketball out of a timeout. But once the JV game wraps up, we'll get our pregame show started for Roseburg basketball tonight. We'll have the girls first and then the boys taking on North Medford here on The Score and streaming online at 541radio.com. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Be back with you soon. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to North Medford High School in beautiful Medford, Oregon, the home of the Black Tornado. And tonight, our site for Roseburg girls basketball taking on North Medford in a matchup of two Southwest Conference teams looking for their first wins in conference play. Both teams coming off of losses last night. For Roseburg on the road against Grants Pass, falling 54-24. On the North Medford side, falling against crosstown rival South Medford 81-21. Both these teams trying to get a win in the win column in conference play, end some lengthy losing streaks, and come away happy here on this Saturday afternoon. It's great to have you with us here for high school hoops on a Saturday afternoon. The new Southwest Conference schedule has us going back-to-back days. Last night we had Roseburg boys for you here on the radio. We'll have the Roseburg boys coming up later this afternoon at 3 o'clock here on the radio and streaming online at 541radio.com. Head to 541radio.com. You'll see somewhere on the page, I never remember where they put it, something that says Watch Roseburg Basketball. You can go to the Score homepage and watch it there, or you can find it on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/1490 The Score. You'll find us there. Search 1490 The Score. You'll find our channel. Give it a subscribe and follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the entire school year. We'll have more coming up in the spring as well as finishing out things here in the winter sports season. Happy to have you all here with us for this road game today. Coming up in just a little bit on our pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Chad Smith of the Roseburg girls basketball program. Talk a little bit about how things went last night for the girls at Grants Pass and what he thinks about today's matchup against the Black Tornado. We'll have that for you when we come back. A 2-minute break as we bring you Roseburg girls basketball against North Medford, streaming online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Roseburg girls getting ready for a road matchup here on the Saturday six-packs, they keep calling them here, with everybody all in one spot, getting ready for the girls against North Medford today. And joining us is head coach Chad Smith. And Coach, you guys coming off of a game last night, it's kind of interesting. What do you make of playing back-to-back nights? You like going from one right into the other, and even an afternoon game on Saturday leaves you even less preparation time for the game on Saturday. How has that felt this year for you guys?
You know, when I was growing up, this is how we played games in Montana. It was that back-to-back. So for me as a player, I love it. As a coach, I hate it, because you don't get to ever do any replanning or retooling of anything and make those little adjustments where you have that practice. So this is hard. It's hard on the kids. It's hard on the coaches, hard on officials, hard on travel. It's not an easy thing to change like we're doing, and it seems like the schedule changes more and more every day.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, last night you guys were down in Grants Pass for another Southwest Conference game, and coming away from that one, you were just telling me that still trying to put all the pieces together for a full contest out there. What'd you think of your team yesterday against Grants Pass?
I thought we had a great first quarter and the first couple minutes of the second quarter, and we just, like I said, we need to be able to put a full 32 minutes together. We just can't play well for 12, 14 minutes in a game. It's all 32 minutes, and if we do that, well, we can be right in any game we play.
I guess in a couple of respects, it's got to feel good that you can see them play really well for 12 minutes and notice that things seem to be working and going the way you want them to. But, when you're a coach trying to get them to realize that there's more that they could be doing throughout the rest of the game and that the potential's there, kind of almost feel like you're banging your head a little bit trying to get them to realize that, look, if we do the same thing for all 4 quarters, we could be in a lot of these games.
Oh, it is. It's a frustrating thing. It's one we're working through. We had the talk last night. We used to be able to say that we were young. We're not young anymore. This group has been together now for over 20 games or 30 games. If you date back to last year, it's the same group of kids. We didn't lose anybody. We need to start being able to make that transition mentally, and it does hurt. We're missing a few girls. Riley Molsick being out, she's a key part of our whole thing that we do offensively and defensively. We're missing Micaiah Cunningham right now, who could potentially have a broken foot. We won't know until Monday. And then Michelle Rivera out with a grade 2 ankle sprain. Those things all play into it, but we need to make that transition into being able to execute for the full 32 minutes.
I don't think it's a choice of footwear. I see that Sydney Monteferian's wearing a walking boot as well, so that looks like even a little bit more hobbled than the players you mentioned there as well.
Right. We're doing this as a precaution. She'll play tonight. She just wears it to take some pressure off of her ankle that she's got the issue with, and she'll be taped up, and we think we've kind of narrowed it down on her. It looks like it's an arch issue with her foot, so she did give us good minutes last night and is doing the treatments that we're asking her to do, and we're hoping she's going to step up and give us good minutes again tonight.
Today you guys have North Medford, a team, record-wise, you guys, are around the same spot in the standings, which hopefully, looking at it on paper, could be a possible chance for you guys to get a road win here today. What do you think about the matchup, and what do you guys hope to accomplish against North Medford Black Tornado?
It's almost the same team they had last year, minus one kid. They graduated one kid off that group. They've got everybody back. We have to control number 10. I can't think of her name right off the top of my head. But last year we had trouble with her, and she was kind of their offense for them. And if we can take care of her today and we can execute, I think we've got a pretty good chance of staying in this one and being there at the end for an opportunity for a W.
All right, Coach. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you very much.
And that is head coach Chad Smith as we get ready for tip-off here tonight between Roseburg and North Medford. Girls basketball coming up for you here on The Score. Want to thank once again some of our sponsors that help make high school hoops here on The Score possible. Sponsors like Dr. Lanson Randall. They are accepting new patients, so give them a call at 541-378-6694. Also, Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com. We are counting down towards tip-off here for Roseburg and North Medford, the varsity matchup coming up, and we just got treated to a rather entertaining JV game. The Roseburg JV team winning 22-21, coming back to hit a bucket at the very end of that game, and then held on in a scramble of a final minute of that ball game, with both teams getting the ball and not able to hang on to it all the way to the end, but able to hold on for the victory. Roseburg getting a 22-21 win in the JV game. So congratulations to those young ladies as they were able to pick up the victory to start off the day here on the main floor. They had the boys JV game going up in the upper gym. Don't know how that finished out for them up there. But we will have the Roseburg boys varsity coming up later on after the girls game, our doubleheader here today. Again, you can watch today's action streaming live online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, where you can catch the action streaming live throughout the rest of this season. We will have the boys games. We'll do all the boys games, and then we catch the girls when they play these doubleheaders, or if for some reason the boys were not playing on a night when the girls were, we'd be there for those games as well. So just an opportunity to get more coverage of local sports for you here on the radio and streaming online. It's a lot of fun to get the chance to see both teams. Always was one of the things that we would have loved to do more back in the old scheduling when the boys and girls would play on the same night but play on opposite locations, one on the road, one at home. We could never be in two places at once, and so we always had to make that decision on where we'd be, and it's nice now that we get the opportunity to be in the same place a couple times throughout the season. Joey Kieran here with you as we count down towards tip-off. Again, looking back for North Medford, coming off of a tough loss yesterday against crosstown rival 81-21, the final score against South Medford. Of course, South Medford, one of the top teams in the state. For Roseburg, coming off of a tough loss last night against Grants Pass, 54-24. Both these teams coming off of losses in their last game. Both teams coming in at 0-4 in conference play, and so they'll be both looking for their first win in the SWC. Coming up next for North Medford, they'll be on the road next week. They take on South Eugene in their next game following this one. For Roseburg, they'll be back down here in Medford on February 11th. They'll be taking on South Medford for their next game after tonight's contest. So going to be another trip back down here and a tough test against South Medford coming up for the Roseburg girls. That's a tough team always. South Medford consistently one of the top teams in the state. Getting ready to go with the start of our game. We've got the national anthem, I believe, coming up here in just a moment. Then we'll get to our starting lineups for both Roseburg and North Medford. It's just about game time, so stick around. We'll have a 2-minute break. When we come back, it'll be time for this one to get underway. Kicking off our doubleheader, Roseburg and North Medford girls basketball when we return. Coming up after this 2-minute break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
The national anthem from the North Medford pep band here at North Medford High School, a beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem. Getting ready for starting lineups here today for Roseburg and North Medford. Joey Kieran here with you as we get ready for this one. Starting lineups, we'll get a chance to look at what we've got for Roseburg here. Did not get the lineups pre-snap for North Medford. For Roseburg, starting 5 for head coach Chad Smith, the second year, 1-13 for the Roseburg Indians. It'll be Emily Morello, a sophomore, starting. And then it'll be Amy Carpenter, a junior. Michelle Rivera out. Jocelyn Montefiore, Emma Murphy. And then rounding out the starting 5 is Chelsea Miller. So that is your starting 5 for Roseburg. So now on the other side, the starting 5, we're having some internet issues here all of a sudden. So working on trying to get that back up and running here for, there we go, back up and running on the radio side of things. We'll keep it here on the video side, which does seem to be struggling with a little bit of their internet lag on that side, of course. Well, we'll keep working through any sort of issues we may have going on here. For North Medford, announcing their starting 5 down on the floor. Looks like you'll have Jaden Gallery along with Brooke Richardson. Allie Stevens getting a start for the Black Tornado. And we'll get you the rest of them here in just a moment. So Jaden Gallery, Allie Stevens, Dia Patel, and you had Brooke Richardson, and then jumping the ball in the middle against Amy Carpenter. In the center is going to be, I think, Callie Raines. She's adjusting her jersey there. Yeah, Callie Raines going to be the freshman jumping in the middle against Amy Carpenter. Carpenter tips it up. It'll go to Chelsea Miller, and Roseburg will have it moving right to left on your radio dial. Bringing it across the timeline will be Jocelyn Montefiore, working it to the left side. Chelsea Miller finds Emily Morello driving in, had the cutter there, but Morello's shot is redirected out of bounds. And Roseburg will get it back, though, after the block shot. They will set up the inbound from the baseline, bounce it into Carpenter, turnaround, jump shot, hits in the square, but it bounces out on the bank shot. A miss on a couple of tries by Roseburg, and down the other direction we go. The Indians with it, driving in the lane. It is Raines, and her shot no good. Rebound pulled down by the Tribe. Roseburg will bring it up the floor. That is Murphy that bounces it across the timeline up to Morello on the right wing. Gets it to Jocelyn Montefiore, turned to square up, and she got tied up immediately. And that is Allie Stevens getting her hands in there to rip that ball away. And it will be North Medford with the possession arrow. 7:18 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless between these two sides. Bringing the ball up will be Stevens. Dribbles right side, pass up to the left. They bounce it left side. Baseline cutter will get it in the corner. That is Gallery for a 3. Her shot doesn't get the home roll. Bounces up, and pulling down the rebound is Richardson. Out to Stevens for a 3, and she'll knock it down. Allie Stevens will put through 3 for North Medford. And that'll make it a 3-0 lead here early on. Miller will bring it up the floor. Ball tipped by Montefiore right into the hands of Murphy. Beneficial bounce there for Roseburg. Montefiore left side, dribbles through the defense, has her shot blocked in the middle. That is Callie Raines, who has done a nice job of protecting the rim. .638 to go here in the first quarter. Inbound for Roseburg after the block shot. Dribbling out to the top. Emma Murphy loses the handle, tipped into the backcourt, stolen away by Gallery. Gallery finds the cutter, Patel, and she'll get fouled in the transition, trying to break out in front. Already leading 3-0, North Medford heading to the free throw line. Dia Patel, a junior, a guard, heading to the line for a chance at 2 points from the free throw stripe. Patel. First shot up, and that one dancing on the rim about as long as possible before it falls off. Patel had that one, almost just sat on the back of the iron. Second free throw That one bounces around, tipped up by Carpenter. Rebound pulled down by the Indians. An empty trip to the free throw line for North Medford. They lead 3-0, 6:21 to go. Morello will drive left side, left-hand pass, stolen away. Getting a hand in there is Richardson. She'll pick it up in the front court. Gets it to Patel. Patel, straightaway three. It's in. Dia Patel almost thought for a minute that might have gotten tipped. If it did, it probably helped out. Full court press here from the Black Tornado, leading 6-0. Carpenter will get it to Morello, who brings it across the timeline, and Roseburg will break the press. Out at the top, Murphy, left side, trailing 6-0. Montefiore looking underneath the cutter. Murphy was not open. Pass to the far side to Morello. Morello looking underneath. Gets it to Montefiore, and that ball smacked out of her hands and across the baseline, out of bounds off of North Medford. Roseburg again will get it on an inbound pass. It'll be Morello that inbounds from the baseline, standing on the O in Medford. Looking to Miller underneath the hoop. She gets it, tries to reverse, too strong for Chelsea Miller. Rebound pulled down by North. Pressing up the floor comes Raines, the freshman. Her pass was tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Roseburg. And that'll get the ball back to the Black Tornado. North Medford wearing their home white jerseys. North across the chest in black. Numbers on the front and the back in black. Roseburg wearing the road black jerseys. Orange numbers on the front and the back. Inbound pass. Turnaround jumper is good for Kaylee Raines. And Roseburg falling behind 8-0 here to start out this ball game. Looking for some momentum. That press applied on the inbound pass after the made basket. Carpenter gets it to the middle to Murphy. Murphy trying to split the defense. We'll get it back to Carpenter. Got to get it across the timeline. She'll race it in and does then draw a foul. She got it just across the half-court stripe in time before the 10-second count, and then the defense committing the foul. That'll be the first against North. Roseburg with one as well. Checking out of the game will come Jaden Gallery for North Medford. Inbound from the far sideline. Montefiore out at the top, working against Stevens. Looks to the cutter on the sideline. Stepping on the sideline, Chelsea Miller with a defender all over her. Coming in is Maiden Miller, the freshman wing, applying that pressure against Chelsea Miller. Excuse me, that was Olivia Bozier that has come into the game. Three is good for Callie Raines, and the shots are falling early on for North Medford, up 11-0. Continuing to press in the backcourt, Miller gets it onto the far side as Roseburg will try to reverse. Murphy will bring it into the half court. Up the floor finds Morello. Defense gets back. They find Carpenter open. Sheer shot is short from just a couple of feet out. And Roseburg's dry spell continues here. 4:17 to go in the first quarter. And Roseburg still without a point, trailing 11-0. In the corner, a three for North. And it wedges into the rim and the backboard. Sticks right in there in the armpit. And that one not coming out. Asher Friedenberg from the Roseburg basketball team going to try. He's going to warm up again here. He can't quite get it. Now it'll be Ben Pike, and Roseburg's varsity boys can't quite get it. Just use the basketball, young guys. Well, they tried. There we go. So the basketball no good there on the three-point shot. I believe it was Raines on that shot. Stays an 11-0 lead for North. Hit the midway point here in the first quarter, 4 minutes to play. Chelsea Miller on the left wing will dribble out to the top, pass to Montefiore. She'll try a long two, I believe, and it's a two-pointer. Jocelyn Montefiore will get Roseburg on the board with a two-pointer. Foot on the line as she launched that one. So a long two-pointer, about 20 feet out. To the far side with it for North Medford. Richardson, long pass across the floor. Bozier, head fake, drives, kicks it back to Raines. Raines, the step back three. And the junior looking pretty good with that shot. Callie Raines with her second three of the game. She's got 8. It is 14-2. North Medford in front, 3:17 to go. Murphy driving right side at the wing, picks up the dribble, defense right on top of her, gets it to Montefiore. Montefiore tied up, and the ball taken away by Bozier. And she's out in front, going to try and go with the steal and the bucket. She'll instead take the foul and go to the free throw line. She just got in there and ripped that ball away from Jocelyn Montefiore as she got caught by the defense. And now on the other side, Bozier going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 14-2 your score with 3:01 to go. The free throw attempt first is good for Bozier. Roseburg High Sports here on The Score is sponsored by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Second free throw for Bozier. And she'll get them both, 16-2. Your score. Make that 17-2. 15-point lead for North Medford. A timeout taken down on the floor by the Black Tornado. We'll take one as well. 30-second timeout. Back with more here on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
3:01 to go here in the first period. It is all North Medford here early on, leading at 17-2 on top of Roseburg. See if the Indians have a comeback in them. Out of the timeout. North Medford slow to get back out on the floor after the timeout. Roseburg will have it. Morello will bring it up the floor. Sydney Montefiore has checked into the game for Roseburg along with Jocelyn Montefiore. You've got Murphy. Both Montefiore's, Carpenter and Morello on the floor for the Tribe. That ball tipped out of bounds, out of the hands of Emma Murphy, out of bounds on the far side. Inbounding will be Morello in front of, I believe, the varsity boys team. That ball tipped out of the hands of Murphy. She is trapped in the corner. Got to go somewhere with it. Did she step out of bounds? It's going to be North Medford basketball. Yep. Must have stepped on the line on the corner there. Trapped deep in the corner. And Roseburg will give it back to North Medford. 2.5 to play here in the first period. 17-2 your score. Up the floor will come Stevens with it. Working against a 2-3 zone from Roseburg. On the far side, pass into the middle. Back out, McNamee into the game. We'll pass it back into the corner for Gallery. Back out to the top as they'll move it around the perimeter. Stevens has it out at the top to Gallery in the corner. McNamee will get it in the base, and they will take it down to the basket and fouled from Amy Carpenter. Kiera McNamee will head to the free throw line with 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. So at the free throw line, McNamee, a chance to get her first points of the game. She's short on the first free throw attempt. 2:09 here in this first period. It's been all North Medford. Second free throw for the lefty, McNamee. And front iron, no good. Rebound, though, ripped away by Rains. And North will get another look at it here. A three launched from the near side. No good. Rebound through the hands of North Medford. Carpenter comes away with it. Off the mark there on the shot by Bozier. Up the floor comes Roseburg. Looking to try to cut into this double-digit lead. Just start whittling away at it if they can. Murphy out at the top. Oh, she found the cutter. Montefiore too strong with the right hand. And the rebound out of bounds off of North Medford. Roseburg will get it on the baseline. That was a beautiful cut. They got the defense jumping out, and cutting to the hoop was Jocelyn Montefiore. She was wide open, maybe a little bit too much, and it was too strong on the lay-in attempt. Hallie Stevens will check out of the game. comes out with 3 points. Roseburg has the basketball on their own baseline. Inbound to Montefiore. Out to Murphy for a 3. That one's short. Rebound pulled down by Bozier. Up the floor comes North. And a pass it's into the feet of Emily Morello. It ended up in the hands of Jaden Gallery. She spins to the basket and is fouled in the process. And she gets a chance to go to the free throw line. For Roseburg, the fouls are starting to pile up. That is the 4th against Roseburg. Not putting the fouls up on the scoreboard. That's not helpful on who they're on. That shot from Gallery, the free throw, no good. Fouls starting to pile up for Roseburg with 4, but at the line, just 2 for 7 so far at the line for North Medford. Substitutions, Sydney Montefiore and Amy Carpenter will take a seat into the game. Skylar Wiedemeyer will check in. Chelsea Miller back in the game as well. Second free throw this time does go through for Gallery. 18-2 your score. And then pressure in the backcourt again. Miller got tied up, and they will call a jump ball. You had Gallery and Patel both getting hands in there to try and rip that ball away from Miller, and they will successfully get the jump ball in their favor for North Medford. On their own half of the floor, pass into the corner. Richardson out to Gallery. Back to Bozier in the corner. Bozier will get a left side 3 attempt. That's off the mark. Fight for the ball underneath. Tipped into the hands of Gallery. She went back up. That's a travel or a jump ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Roseburg possession. Nice job by the defense there for the Tribe, getting a hand in on that one and swatting that shot. Just tied it up as Gallery tried to go up for a shot from the right baseline. Hannah Bowman has come into the game. She'll pass left side to Montefiore. Montefiore at the wing finds a cutting Morello who gets blocked trying to go to the basket. A blocking foul called against Brooke Richardson. 58 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It is 18-2 in favor of North Medford. Bounce pass into Wiedemeyer. Looking underneath. Bowman gets free. She'll try a reverse lay-in. It falls through for Hannah Bowman. Nifty shot over their shoulder. A no-look reverse lay-in. 18-4, 43 seconds to go. Bounce left side. With it, Richardson. Into the corner for Gallery. She'll back it up. Doesn't take the 3. Bowman chasing, trying to get the swat on the pass. Instead, it ends up in Gallery's hands on the left side for a 3. No good. Rebound. Fight for it underneath. Miller. Jump ball called against Brooke Richardson, and the possession arrow back in favor of North Medford. We've got a lot of jump balls called here in this first quarter already. 26 seconds to play. Back into the game will come Kaylee Raines for North as they lead by 14. It's been as big as 16 for the Black Tornado. Inbounding is Bozier. Working against the zone, North Medford. Raines will get it. She'll launch a 3 from deep. That ball was no good. Rebound tipped into the backcourt, and it'll be Patel that dives on it. And the loose ball is picked up by North Medford. Up the floor, they'll press it. Richardson with it, drives to the right side, puts up a shot. Well, we welcome you back for those streaming online there. Apologize for our disconnection. We've been trying to get some internet connection issues back up and running here, so appear to be still off the air on the radio side of things. All righty. Good stuff. So we are at 30-4 right now. It has been all North Medford in this one. 3:36 to go here in the first half. And it is North Medford leading by 26 there. Inbound from Morello by Roseburg. It goes to Aria Smith, and instead of a foul, they whistle a travel for Smith. And that'll give the ball back to North Medford. It has been all North, and it's been all issues up here in the booth for us on the internet connectivity. Wide open 3 on the right side for North Medford's Jaden Gallery. No good. Rebound pulled down by Morello. And Roseburg will get the stop on the one possession there for the Black Tornado. 3:17 to play. Morello right side, bounce out to the top to Sidney Montefiore. Get a long three attempt here from Murphy, and Emma Murphy cashing in on a deep three to get Roseburg another bucket. First points of the second quarter for the Tribe, trailing 30-7. Up the floor right side with it is Gallery. Driving baseline, Gallery tries to reverse lay-in, will get hit. And it'll be an inbound opportunity for the Black Tornadoes. Roseburg will be up to 5 team fouls, 5 on North Medford as well. Inbound from the baseline, tossing it in is Bozier. Bozier will set up in the corner, gets it back, tries to feed it in underneath. Richardson with the drive, turnaround shot no good. Morello fighting for the rebound, and they'll call a jump ball underneath. So it'll stay on this side of the floor. North Medford will get it with the possession arrow. Inbound to an open Richardson. Tried to step around the defense, lost the handle on the basketball, and it'll be Roseburg with the takeaway. Up the floor, Roseburg, a three from the left side. No, a two. It's a long two from Sidney Montefiore. Standing on the line once again. That happened to Jocelyn Montefiore earlier. And Roseburg, though, gets the bucket there. Well, they put it as a 3 on the board. I thought I saw the official say that it was a 2. There, they do correct it there. A shot on the right side, fouled in the act of shooting, is Olivia Bozier. That'll go a foul on Aria Smith. So that'll put at the line Bozier for 2 shots here. First one does not go for Bozier. Second free throw, no good for Bozier. Rebound tipped right in the hands of Emily Morello. A 21-point lead here for the Black Tornado. Down to a minute 50 to go in the first half. I know we're struggling on the radio side of things to get things up and running there. We're going to try and get this fixed for you. Pass to the near side. Morello bounces it down to Smith. Smith back out to Morello. Nearly lost the handle. Balancing on the sideline. Stays in. She'll get it to Murphy. Murphy dribbling left side through the defense. Sets up Smith for a 3. That one off the mark. Rebound tipped around. And picked up by North Medford. Now a fight for it on the ground, and it's another jump ball called. So it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow will end up favoring Roseburg. And back in for North will come Kaylee Raines. Raines will pass it to, or excuse me, not Raines, but Roseburg with it. Montefiore, Sidney Montefiore into the middle to Amy Carpenter. Carpenter, turnaround jump shot. She has not scored tonight. She's been really close a couple of times. Hasn't been able to get it to fall. Up the floor comes North Medford. Handoff near side with it. Pass underneath. Richardson attacks. High off the glass. Gets it to fall. Brooke Richardson will get 2 there. She's got 4 in the contest. Murphy to Morello on the near side. Morello back out to Emma Murphy. Murphy into the middle now. Carpenter tries the turnaround jump shot. So a foul will send Amy Carpenter to the free throw line. (32-9), make it 32-10 as Carpenter hits the first of 2 free throws. Carpenter's second free throw clanks off, no good. And the rebound taken down by North Medford. 29 seconds and counting. Driving right in the middle, Raines, the freshman. Nice job on the turnaround shot. Sydney Montefiore will bring it up, 34-10, and driving baseline, Aria Smith with 9.4 to go will draw a foul and go to the free throw line. Here in the second quarter, just before halftime, Aria Smith at the line. Roseburg into double figures, but trailing by 24. Smith, first one, will go through. McNamee will check into the game for North Medford. Second free throw here for the righty. Smith will get them both. The sophomore gives Roseburg a 34-11 score, but they are trailing against North Medford. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Indians. Roseburg will have it with 2.2 seconds to go. Sydney Montefiore has it, and the first half will come to a close. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout here at the halftime break and come back with a recap of the first half of tonight's game for the Roseburg girls. Joey Keyran here with you on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Welcome you back here at the halftime break. The Roseburg girls trailing against North Medford 34-11. A 23-point lead here at the break. And it has been all North Medford in this one, jumping out to a big lead in the first quarter, 20-4 against Roseburg. And Roseburg just really not able to recover from the early struggles that they had. They tried to chip away at that throughout much of that first half, but it's just too much of North Medford as they were able to sink 4 threes in that first half. Roseburg getting one from Emma Murphy, but they had a number of shots. In fact, actually, many of their 2-point shots, almost 3-pointers, but their foot on the line. And that is where things are at the moment for Roseburg. Trailing at this one 20-4 here at the, to make it 34-11. It was 20-4 at the end of the first quarter. And here at halftime, it is North Medford in front of Roseburg by a score of 34-11. We will go ahead and take another quick timeout here as we try to get ourselves situated. We've been dealing with internet struggles throughout much of this broadcast, which has been a lot of fun. Today's game has been brought to you by Flyaway Travel. You can contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue. Call them at 672-5701. Also, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout. Back with some individual scoring from the first half here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
Joey Kieran here with you from North Medford, where Roseburg trailing 34-11 here at the halftime break. As the Tribe will try to see if they can come back in the second half. It's just not really been their day. And they will see if they've got any sort of magic in them going to the second half of today's ball game. Let's take a look at some individual scoring from the first half of this one. For the visiting Roseburg Indians, 11 points in the first half, 2 for Hannah Bowman, 2 for Sydney Montefiore, Aria Smith with 2, Jocelyn Montefiore with 2, 3 for Emma Murphy, and Amy Carpenter with 1. And then on the other side, leading the way with 12 points is Kaylee Raines. The freshman has been lights out for sure. And behind her, 7 points for Allie Stevens, 6 points for Olivia Bozier, and 4 points for Brooke Richardson, 3 points for Dia Patel, and 1 for Jaden Gallery. That is a look at your first half scoring. We're going to go ahead and take another 60-second timeout. When we come back, second half action coming up for you between North Medford and Roseburg here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Well, we welcome you back here to North Medford High School as we get ready for the second half. Getting underway here in just a moment. Joey Kieran with you. Third quarter coming up. Roseburg trailing at the moment by a score of 34-11. Well, getting ready for this one. We'll have the boys' game coming up after this. We'll have a word with head coach Jordan Humphreys in between games there as well. And we'll have that one for you here in just a little while. So Roseburg will start. They'll be going left to right now on your radio dial as we get ready for the second half. It'll be North Medford basketball to start the second half here. It'll be North Medford. Going to be going right to left. And with it, Allie Stevens. You've got Jaden Gallery. You've got Kaylee Rains. Dia Patel out there for North Medford to start out, and Brooke Richardson. Rains in the middle with it. Her shot just off the mark, but fouled in the act of shooting. She'll get two coming up here. So that'll be a chance at points at the free throw line. We've got Roseburg with 12 points now. Oh, yeah. No. I had them short one there during the halftime break. Apologies. That's what happens sometimes when you're trying to diagnose all sorts of different issues that are happening throughout the ball game. At the free throw line is Rains. She misses the front end. Second free throw is good for Rains. Makes it 35-12. Roseburg will bring the ball up. You've got Jocelyn Montefiore, Chelsea Miller, Emily Morello, Amy Carpenter, and Emma Murphy, as Morello will get it cutting from the left side to the basket, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. She'll head to the line. And timeout going to be taken down on the floor, and that is taken by North Medford. Let's go ahead and get a full timeout here. 60-second timeout. We'll come back here with the second half, third quarter action on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At the free throw line is Emily Morello. And she misses the first of 2 free throws here out of the timeout by North Medford. Second free throw is short as well. And the rebound comes down to the Black Tornado. Third quarter action here. It is 35-12. North Medford in front of Roseburg. With the basketball, North Medford pass far side. Stevens will drive in. And Allie Stevens gets 2. Make it 37-12. And a foul on the shot, so going to the line will be Stevens for a chance at a 3-point play. So the free throw coming up here. Amy Carpenter checks out of the ball game. Skylar Wiedemeyer will check in for the Roseburg girls. She'll get the rebound after the miss on the free throw. So missing out on the 3-point play was Stevens. Pass left side, Wiedemeyer with it. Looking underneath, but nobody's there. She'll pass it out to the top to Morello. Morello gets it, uses a screen from Wiedemeyer. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. She'll look to try and hand it off. It's going to have to go somewhere with it. Miller will get it. Miller out at the top. This defense from North Medford has just been all over them, trying to feed it into the middle to Jocelyn Montefiore, taken away up the floor. Allie Stevens steps around Miller, but her shot doesn't fall. Rebound out to Patel, and she'll drain the 10-footer. Dia Patel will get another bucket through, makes it 39-17. Hand off to Murphy on the left side, trying to get the defense off of her. She'll dribble back to the left. Wiedemeyer going to launch for a 3. Front iron, no good. Jocelyn Montefiore had the ball tipped out of her hands as she tried to go for the rebound. So it'll be an inbound for Roseburg from their own baseline. Morello looking. Got to get it in. Got it in just before the 5-second count. That was a whistle from the game up top. Thought almost she had gotten called for the 5, but on the inbound, the ball nearly taken away by North Medford. They get tied up, and so a jump ball there. Roseburg will have it back on their own baseline. 39-12. With 6:07 to go, third quarter. Wiedemeyer trying to go through the defense down to Miller. It's tipped away, but Chelsea able to go track it down. Pass near side goes off the hands of Montefiore, but Jocelyn, it got tipped to Morello. Morello will get it to Jocelyn. Back out to the top. They work it to the left side. Murphy looking for the cutter. Will get it to Montefiore. Jocelyn, left block, gets around the defense. Her scoop shot just off the back of the iron, no good. Other direction we go, North with it, going right to the rim and off the mark for Bozier. And now a jump ball called again. There's been a ton of jump balls called in this one. So it'll be 5:31 to go here in the third. North Medford basketball, and they'll throw it away out of bounds out near mid. Nope, tipped away by Roseburg. I did not see the tip there. So it'll stay with the Black Tornado. Or no, they won't. It'll go to Roseburg, but they'll inbound it, so nobody touched it. That's the problem. They'll send it back to where the ball was inbounded. And it'll be North Medford Roseburg that'll bring the ball up. It's Jocelyn Montefiore to the left side. Wiedemeyer bounce it down to Montefiore. One-handed pass out to Morello. Morello to Murphy. Murphy steps around, dribbles out to the top to Morello. They'll bounce it to the left side. Roseburg couldn't get it in against the defense. Aggressive from North Medford. A wide open look at a 3, and Emily Murphy, let's make that Emma Murphy, will get a 3, her second of the ball game. 39-15 the score. Stevens will have it out at the top, directing traffic here. Crossover, gets into the lane. Her runner no good, got her own rebound, and she'll put that in. 41-15. Looking right, back left, now back to the middle. To Miller at the free throw line. She wasn't looking, and Stevens steps in, steals it right away, picks her pocket, and will go coast to coast for another 2. 43-15. Montefiore, double dribble. Picked it up. Kind of got caught in her own thoughts there. Turns it over. Aria Smith into the game for Miller. And another substitution here for North Medford. It'll be Richardson that comes in for Stevens. 4:19 to go here in the third quarter. North Medford with a healthy lead against the Tribe. Bozier with it, right side. Bounces into the middle. Her pass too strong, and that goes off the arm. So North Medford leading big. Ball stolen away again. Bozier is the bounce pass from Morello taken away, and Bozier will finish it on the other side. Left-handed lay-in to make it a 30-point game. Montefiore out at the top. Jocelyn lost the handle. And now a foul called against Patel. So that foul is against Dia Patel. Inbound goes to Montefiore. Dribbled it off her foot. She'll get it back because she's on the ground. Defensive pressure behind her. Tried to pass it to a teammate. It's kicked out of bounds by North Medford. Roseburg will get it. Inbound goes to Wiedemeyer in the middle. A whole host of players right there, and Wiedemeyer somehow came away with it to Morello on the far side. 3:29 to go, 45-15 your score. Bounce to the elbow. Smith out to Murphy for a three. She'll get her third of the game. Emma Murphy doing a nice job from behind the arc. 45-18. North Medford bounce left side. Rains drives to the left elbow in the middle. Running through the lane, gets hit. So that is with 3:02. Here in the third quarter, 45-18. I apologize. We are struggling here with our internet connections. It has just been a battle this entire time. I feel like Roseburg against North Medford with the fight against the internet connection right now. It has just not been fun. Trying to, for some reason, get things connected. And we're trying to dial back into the radio station side of things. And it seems as if our video side of things are struggling as well. Here, a timeout at North Medford High School, 3:02 to go in this third quarter. It is 45-18 right now, North Medford in front of Roseburg. Joey Kieran here with you. Let's mention some of our sponsors like DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop, and Cascade Community Credit Union belong to Douglas County. Coming up in the postgame show, we will name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. And that player receiving a $50 gift certificate to use at Mountain Mike's Pizza in Roseburg. So out of the timeout, it will be free throws, I believe, for North Medford here. Been going back and forth between trying to diagnose technical issues and watching the game here. It's a lot of fun. So, at the line, it'll be Callie Rains, the freshman. .302 to go. She'll hit the second of her two free throws. 46-18. North Medford. Morello gets to Montefiore, Sydney Montefiore into the game, along with Aria Smith, Emily Morello, Skylar Wiedemeyer and Emma Murphy. Murphy has been hot for Roseburg, 3 3-pointers in this game. Foul called against the Black Tornado. Sydney Montefiore gets it on the inbound. Back out to Morello. Near side, Murphy. Looking left, wanted to get it to Smith. Smith made a nice spin move roll to the basket, but Murphy at that point was looking a different direction. Ball tipped out of the hands on the bounce pass, out of bounds off of North Medford. Roseburg will get it back. On the near sideline, Morello got it into Murphy, but she stepped on the sideline as the inbound pass came to her. She was stepping on that sideline, although the officials will talk about it here. Here with 2:31 to go in the third quarter, 46-18 is your score. No, they're going to call a foul instead, so it's going to be a Roseburg basketball, and they call a foul on Olivia Bozier. So they changed the call on that one, saying that Murphy is forced out of bounds with the foul, and that's why she stepped out of bounds, turned the ball over. Long toss out to the top. Murphy with it. Montefiore with it. Gets it to Morello. Murphy now on the left side. Beyond the perimeter, working against Stevens. Stevens reach in, poke it away. Roseburg get it back. Looking underneath. Smith will get it against McNamara. Puts one up. Hard off the backboard, no good. Rebound, though, does go back to Smith. Gets knocked down. Mentioned that our broadcasting partners up here today, Table Rock Sportsman, is doing the splits, and yeah, it looked as if Aria Smith was about to do the splits there. She was getting knocked to the ground. Inbound for Roseburg after the foul. Goes to Sydney Montefiore in the corner. She'll catch. Drives to the free throw line. Lost a handle on it. Ends up on the ground, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Roseburg. So the Indians will get it back, and they'll inbound from the far side. It'll be Morello to inbound. Pass goes into Montefiore to set it up at the top with 1:57 to go here in the third quarter. Wiedemeyer to Montefiore, the left side, back to Montefiore. She's going to try the deep three. It's short and going to miss everything. Tried to save it back inbounds was Murphy, but that's out off of Roseburg. North Medford bringing it up here in the third quarter. Out at the top with it, Raines. Left side, Richardson gets it to Stevens at the left wing, and a whistle away. Injury. That is Gallery, who is kind of grabbing at her left knee, it seems like. Knee or left ankle, maybe. She's going to limp to the sideline. So Jaden Gallery, the senior, will check out of the game with the injury there. Bounce it into the corner. It's a 2 for Stevens. Shot no good. Hit the top of the backboard. Saved back in by Patel. Goes right to Wiedemeyer. Roseburg will have it. Bowman brings it up the floor. She's checked in for the Tribe to Wiedemeyer. 46-18 your score. 1:05 to go in this one. Smith trying to drive left side. Got tied up. Another jump ball. One minute exactly to go in this one. Ball's been inbounded. The clock starts running now. Right side with it. Richardson out to the top to Patel. Gets it right back on the give and go. Back out to Patel. She'll launch a three. That one spins around and spits out. Morello with the rebound. 46-18 remains your score. Bowman bringing it up on the far side. Pass near side. They work it to Montefiore on the right wing. Sidney will drive baseline. Got free. Bounces it out to Wiedemeyer. Out for Bowman. She'll launch the deep three. And I don't know if that caught the iron or not, but out of bounds off for Roseburg. Here in this third quarter, 12 points for North Medford, 7 for Roseburg. Stevens will bring the ball up the floor. We haven't seen Amy Carpenter in a little while. She's been on the bench. They haven't been putting fouls up there, and I've been too distracted to follow that. Shot in the middle by Richardson. That one, don't know how it didn't fall. It was halfway down before it comes back out. She fought for the rebound. It got tipped to Raines, and Kaylee Raines will get 2 on the second chance points. At the end of the third quarter, it is 48-18. We'll go to the fourth quarter after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Back here at North Medford High School, where Roseburg trails 48-18 as we go to the fourth quarter in this Southwest Conference game. We've got boys basketball coming up after this one, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully we will settle in with some of our internet connecting issues. It's been a fun Saturday here from North Medford High School so far. 30-point lead for the Black Tornado. Roseburg starting with it. Ripped out of the hands of Sydney Montefiore by Allie Stevens, but Montefiore able to track it back down. She'll get it to Morello. Back to Montefiore. Amy Carpenter back into the game. Hannah Bowman and Jocelyn Montefiore in this one as well. Sydney will pass it, and it's stolen away by Patel. She'll lob up the floor to Stevens. Stevens jump stop. Don't know how she kept her foot in there. A foul on the rebound attempt after the miss by Stevens. I think backing into a player trying to box out Jocelyn Montefiore. So it'll be a foul on Montefiore. Inbound coming from the baseline for North Medford into Stevens in the corner. Bounces it into the middle. That is Raines with the turnaround jump shot, no good. But sneaking in there from nowhere was Stevens. She takes away the offensive board to Patel for a three. No good. Back iron. Rebound pulled down. Fight for it. Jump ball called again. I wish I was keeping tabs on how many of those we've had in the game. It's been a lot of jump balls called in this one. 48-18 still the score with 6:43 to go in this ball game. Clock is running here. I think we've gotten to that point of a running clock here in the second half. Ball tipped into the hands of Raines. Turnaround jump shot. Bank shot, no good. And with it is Sydney Montefiore. She pulls it in for Roseburg to bring it up the floor into the front court. Surveying. Looks right to Jocelyn. Jocelyn finds a wide open cutter. That is Morello underneath for an easy two. It doesn't get much easier than that. She was left wide open. Roseburg will cut it under 30 points. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And counting down. Patel left side to Raines. Raines looking underneath. Out at the top with it, Stevens. Pass right side. Into the game has come Shayana Jackson for the first time. Feeding underneath on the right baseline. The shot off the mark for Olivia Harris, a sophomore who's also coming to the game for the first time. Bowman to the right side to Carpenter. To Montefiore in the corner. Right corner, looking underneath. Dribbles around the defense, got free, but her runner is short. Didn't get enough behind it. Easy rebound pulled down by Stevens. Tried to head fake against Bowman. Lost it, went to the ground, but was able to get it to her teammate, Callie Raines. Raines up the floor. Step back jumper. That one spits out. Was halfway down the cylinder before it came out. 5-11 and counting. 48-20. North Medford in front of Roseburg. 3 from the corner. Morello off the mark. Rebound, long rebound, tipped into the back court. Montefiore will track it down, gets it to Bowman. Out at the top, Bowman bounced to the free throw line. Carpenter has it stolen away from her. Up the floor goes Stevens. Lets the defense pass, and Allie Stevens will get 2. Stevens will add to her total here. Timeout taken. Let's go ahead and burn a 30-second timeout as well here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It is a 50-20 score in favor of North Medford here from North Medford High School. Our girls basketball game, our kickoff to the doubleheader today. Joey Kirian here with you. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair, by Barnes Heating and Cooling, and by Roseburg Honda. We'll come up after this one. We'll have a quick post-game show and then start getting ready for the boys' game coming up after that. And try and get some things reset, try and get our day back in order here. Score on this girls' game has probably got me in a funk, and then all our technical issues is not adding to any of the fun as well. So Roseburg was looking at this as a possible chance to get their first win in conference play against a North Medford team that also has not gotten a win in conference play, but it has been all North in this one. As Roseburg driving in, Jocelyn Montefiore will draw a foul and go to the free throw line. So going to the line will be Jocelyn Montefiore. She had the first points of the game for Roseburg, but has been scoreless since. At the line, she misses off the right iron, no good. Second one coming up here with 4:18 to go in the ball game. Second one, Montefiore will get it to fall through. Jocelyn 1 of 2 at the line. 50-21 your score. 4:13 and counting. Allie Stevens brings it into the front court. Stevens, the junior point guard there. Right side with it is Richardson. Bounces it. Gets it to Bozier. Bozier driving baseline. Out to Patel for a deep 3. High off the iron. Tipped up and out of bounds by Bozier. It'll go to Roseburg. 3:50 left to play. Roseburg full length of the floor to go. Press early by North Medford was really hampering Roseburg trying to get the ball up the floor. Carpenter trying to find a cutter. That is Bowman. Double teamed. Somehow got the ball back for Roseburg. Tipped it out. Carpenter an open look at a 3. And Amy's shot off the back iron falls into the hands of North Medford. A Black Tornado bring the ball up from the far side. Stevens centers it. Gets it back. Right side. Jackson will enter it in. Excuse me, that's Patel. Dia Patel will put it in, and then from a foul from the backside on Olivia Harris. She gets hit as she tried to back her way in down at the post. That is 5 fouls against both teams here at this point in the second half. I know our scoreboard has been a little awkward there. Clock continues to run with the running clock rule here in high school hoops now. Bounce into the middle, out to the top. Bozier head fake, drives once, bounce once, pass out. Stevens will bring it back out with 2:42 and counting. Right side, Bozier driving against Montefiore to Patel at the top. They'll work it to the left side of the floor. Richardson back to the right side to Bozier. Bozier out beyond the perimeter, dribbles a couple times with the right hand, pass it away out to the top to Stevens underneath. Stevens feeding Harris underneath, but she couldn't handle the pass, bobbled it around and taken away by the Tribe. Up the floor comes Roseburg. Fake a pass, lost the defense. Murphy launches a three, misses everything on that one. She has been looking good from behind the arc, hit 3 3-pointers in this one, but that one missing everything. So coming into the game for North Medford will be Shayana Jackson once again. We've got Jackson, Harris, Bozier, Stevens, and Kaylee Raines in the game for North Medford. Raines will inbound it to Stevens after a quick uniform check there, apparently. 1:30 and counting in this ball game. It's going to be North Medford getting their first conference win. Raines has looked like a superstar in the making, the freshman. She's been very good for North Medford. Cuts to the basket, doesn't get the feed. Stevens drives to the free throw line, called for a travel. So clock continues to run. 1:11 and counting. And they're going to inbound it from over on the far side there. Roseburg was looking to inbound it from the baseline. Ball goes into Montefiore. She's letting it roll. The clock is still running either way. Pass near side. Murphy stepped on the sideline as Carpenter got her the basketball. She was too close to the sideline right in front of her own bench. Turns it over there. Launch on the other side. North Medford can't connect. Down with the rebound is Carpenter. Carpenter brings it, or excuse me, Montefiore brings it up. They'll get it to Sydney Montefiore on the far side. Carpenter trying to post up on the left side. Out to Murphy for a three. That one almost banked in, rolls around and out. And on the rebound, it's out of bounds off of Roseburg. And we're going to count down to the final clock here. It'll be 50-21, your final score in this one. Launch at the buzzer. Almost goes through for Bozier. Final score again, 50-21. It was all North Medford in this one. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we will wrap it up for you and get ready for the boys' game after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490.